slander. This is Mount Hope Shire, a very welcoming Shire. It is a beacon of resilience and acceptance. It is an humble emblem of art, hedonism, and art. Nice.
Didst thou say hedonism?
Aye. We are one renowned for our various wines, ales, and liquors.
Woo! Glorious hedonism indeed, Sheriff.
Aye, but thou art not getting the point, W. Diggory. If we are such a welcoming Shire, we need more than 2 people on the welcoming committee.
Well, most of the good folk of Mount Hope Shire are either rather busy today or absent.
Absent? On a festival day? Wherefore?
Well, apparently after 40 years of spooky All Hallows Eve shenanigans, most folk thought it best to sit this one out.
I wish that they would have had the meeting with me before they left. I would have probably... but anyway, what about the various craftsmen and musicians and performers here at home?
Sheriff, they are artists and they have no regard for their personal health or safety as long as they get a bit of that most seductive apothic, applause.
Woo! Thank you very much. Regardless, our most humble majesty approaches on now, and we need more than this paltry demonstration of 2 civil servants as a welcoming committee. If we cannot improve upon this, not only will Her Majesty not receive a little love and adulation that she deserves, but Mr. You-Know-Who will have another come apart, and all the Queen's horses and all the Queen's men won't be able to put him back together again.
Whom?
You-Know-Who?
It is whom, Sheriff?
Diggory, prithee, do not make me say You-Know-Who's name.
Whom's name, Sheriff? You know whom's name? The Queen approaches. I wish I would choose her English properly. The editor.
Diggory, thou art just trying to help me. You want me to say You-Know-Whom's instead of You-Know-Who?
Aye, indeed, Sheriff.
Aye, thank thee. I thought you were trying to make me say the name of Sir Walter Roderick Kensington, and then I would...
Didst call?
Yes, Sir Walter, it's great seeing you here so early. He's early. He's early now.
Oh, do rise! I was simply making my final walkthroughs, taking in the sights and sounds and smells of my home shire. Becoming the royal master of revels has been most wondrous, but sometimes one does miss home.
It's always good to have thee back in Mount Hope, Sir Walter. I only regret that Mistress Morehouse couldn't make it to greet you herself because of the unfortunate accident at the wild boar. An actual wild boar.
Aye. That music broke right. She'll never be the same.
Took both her arms in the accident.
What?
But never mind. I am sure that Bridget had been providing wondrous revels in my absence. But now I'm back, and Her Majesty's approach is imminent. So tell me, whither is the welcoming committee? I have loved you.
Oh, yeah. Madam, welcoming committee,
Welcoming committee.
Wonderful job, gentlemen. Truly, E for effort. Absolutely. Kaya, I do have one small note that is not mine.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Sir Walter. I'd like to hear it.
Where are all the bloody people?
Just apparently,
No, answer me not. It shall only depress me. Oh, we only have 1 minute to put something together.
Sir Walter, we apologize. We were really trying our hardest.
Sheriff, there is no reason for thou to apologize. Thou art a wondrous sheriff and a pillar of this community. We cannot expect thee to bear the weight of greeting the Queen of England solely on thy shoulders.
Thank you.
Besides, I live for this. Welcoming committee, arise!
Who locked windows? I'm coming. Yeah.
Clancy!
Matt Cockburn, musician of the Shire, reporting for duty. Carmen Suffolk, Master Thief, reporting for duty.
Bruce Muir, Shire historian and part-time exorcist, reporting for duty, sir.
astounding!
It's only 3 more papers.
Thou had 6 months and found 2. I had 6 seconds and found 3. So, hoo-hoo.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair.
Fair. With an E.
What's the E stand for? Excited for these Cookies? There are cookies somewhere.
Very excited for these cookies. Why is it? Sounds like something you say at a seedy nightclub. It's just, oh, my sight. I have all these goodly people! My gathered friends, I am Sir Walter Roderick Kensington, your Royal Master of Revels, and I am here to oversee this festival day. Now, before Her Majesty arrives, we thought it important that everyone here was well versed in the court and courtly behavior. Now, when Her Majesty descends upon this dais, I will instruct everyone to stand with an all rise. I love watching that instruction trickle through the audience. I know it's a tough one. All rise! There it is. Wonderful. Now, after a long and impressive listing of all of her various titles and honors, I will exclaim, "God save the Queen," and I'll need everyone to shout it back at me, loudly and proudly, as such.
God save the Queen!
Well, that's now we're going to Now, that's... You shouted a little too soon. I hadn't said it yet, but you... E for effort, absolutely. All right, here we are. I'll start, then you go. God save the Queen!
God save the Queen!
There it is, wonderful. Sit you down, sit you down. Now, it is not enough to simply yell at a monarch. One must also show deference. And there are a couple of ways one can do that, depending on how one does identify. The bow or the curtsy. So, shut up, Perry!
Aye.
Thou art known for thy excitable calves.
Excitable.
I am referencing the cookies. Wouldst thou mind demonstrating the art of the courtly bow?
You know what, since you said excitable, I will demonstrate
You
the
just give us a crumb of calf.
A crumb?
Oh, you know, just a sampling, a little taste.
Just a little pop. Hello everybody, if you would like to learn the bells, please rise you up to your feet at this moment. Oh yes, welcome to the team. Welcome to the bowing team, yes. Now, what you need to do is you need to spread your legs shoulder width apart. They are acquaintances, they are not best friends. They only meet on Thursdays for tea. And then the rest of the week is like, I wonder what he's doing all day. Next, what you do is stand up straight. We do not allow slouches in this house. Until we do allow slouches in this house. But that is not today. So, don't do it. Next, what I want you to do, I want you to take this foot right here, this foot right here, this foot right here. Some of you kicked, and you didn't have to. I'm just showing you what foot. You want to turn it sideways. You got to show off the calf that you've been building your entire life. Make your mom and dad proud, and show off the calf that they helped make with you your whole entire life. That calf right there, sir, that's a 10 out of 10 calf. Yeah, give me, yeah, yes. That calf right there, ma'am, that calf is 11 out of 3. Whoa, what a number. And that calf right there, pointy hat guy with the staff, yeah, pop it up for everybody to see. That's right. That calf speaks for itself. I heard it said it was really good. Now, next, what I want you to do is I want you to take your hands like this and like keep them separated, like you're on 2 plates or something that cannot touch each other. Like in this hand, you got, I don't know, like a marshmallow monster roaming over a city or a town. And in this hand, you got, I don't know, like middle-aged men with ectoplasm. I'm coming up with words, with guns that shoot out lights, and then all of a sudden the ghosts are gone. Keep them separate. I'm sorry, I don't know who I am today. And then what I want you to do is bow, but you need to make sure that your forward and back are protected from people who might stab you in the back. Look. All right. Once sleeve, twice sleeve, thrice sleeve. Oh yes, great job everyone, great job. I did a ghost thing. I don't know what I did actually. I don't know if it was the ghost thing.
It was. You did win. I'm proud of you, Chef.
I'm not proud of it.
Oh, yes, sure. That was a marvelous lesson. And in the other way, one can show difference, tends to lean towards the more feminine identifying amongst us, and that is the curtsy. Max Cockburn.
Aye.
Thou art most curt.
Oh, thank you.
Wouldst thou mind demonstrating the art of the curtsy?
Oh, I would love to. If you wish to learn how to curtsy, please rise you up. Aye. Now, this one, you have to pick your favorite leg, all right? I know it's hard to choose between the two. You love them both equally, but there's one that makes a little less noise when you bend them, isn't there? So you can pick that one if you like, that's your favorite. And you're sewing it behind your second favorite, right? And then as punishment for being your second favorite, you knee yourself in the back of your knees. Just like that. And it should put you down just a little bit lower than you were before, hey? That's the difference part. And then you take your plate of marshmallow monsters.
Marshmallow ghost monster.
Marshmallow ghost monsters and middle-aged men.
Middle-aged men with a light gun.
Light guns?
Which, sometimes could be misconstrued as the exact same thing in either place.
Either way, you don't want them to morph together to become the same thing, so you keep them separate for now. And you bow your head thusly, as in shame for not understanding that they are in fact the same thing. And that is your curtsy. And let's try it all together. One sleigh, twice sleigh, thrice sleigh. Well done, everyone.
Oh, thank thee, Max. That was wonderful and not a moment too soon. Her Majesty approaches, so places everyone. My good people, I bid you stand within all rise. Rise and lift your voices for our most beloved monarch, Queen. In the new
people, prithee stand no further on such decorum. Sit and be at ease.
Thank you, your Majesty.
We well know 'tis a troubled sea that hath delivered us upon these fine shores this day. And yet, as we are greeted by the warmth of so many radiant faces, we realize there is no storm so bold, no tempest so strong that it might conquer the heart of a people who have come together in love and jubilation. These trees, this air, these upturned faces all have constituted the breadth of our dreaming this year past. And as we find ourselves returned to the land of our heart's content, the weights of the world seem immeasurably lifted. We invite you then to join us in the unburdening of your cares, even if only for today. For every one of us, from queen to peasant, might benefit from a day of respite, in all the nourishment and renewal it doth offer. And even in our most troublesome of times, we may yet find reason to celebrate together. So come, my dear people, set down your troubles right here next to mine, and thus lightened, we invite you to join us on this glorious day. We invite you to join us in song and celebration. Well, but good people of Mount Hope, we are not alone in our desire to greet you this day. So Walter, our dear master of revels, have the presentation of our court.
Of course, your Majesty. My good people, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Her Majesty's head lady in waiting and the first lady of the bedchamber, the Lady Cat Ashley.
Dear Lady Cat, ne'er have we had a more constant companion as thee. Glad are we to have thee here, enjoying in the glorious rays of a festival day with us.
The gladness is all mine, your majesty, for as glorious as the rays of the sun is the glory of your reign.
And next I present to you Her Majesty's Royal Chamberlain and best friend, Sir William Pickering.
How delighted we are that thou art able to join us once again upon the Shire.
As am I, Elizabeth. So many fond memories have I of our time here upon the Shire of Mount Hope. And I have no doubt that many more memories of merriment await us this season.
And finally, I give to you Penelope Devereux, Lady Rich, Lady in Waiting to Her Majesty.
Lady Rich, what a wondrous addition thou hast been to our court. Thy youthful vigour fills us with a lust to enjoy all the day hath to offer, and thy skills at song and dance are most inspiring as well.
Oh, indeed, your majesty, I am so delighted to finally join you on one of your famed progresses to the Shire of Mount Hope. Oh, this Shire is widely known for having many skilled musicians, so perhaps I shall join them for a song or two this day. With your permission, of course, Your Majesty.
Oh, granted. Far be it from us to deprive these goodly folk of the delights of thy music, Lady Rich. Perhaps I might even join for a song myself. Hickory, what is my schedule this day?
Of course, Your Majesty, just a minute. Just give me just a minute. What the hell is happening? Listen, there's a lot. What do you mean there's a lot?
You're reaching pretty far up there.
I made my whole arm disappear.
Abraca, no.
At 12:30. At 12:30 is the trick-or-treating with Her Majesty and the chessboard. Be there, it's a glorious time. 3 o'clock, you are meeting the musicians of the Shire here. Just do a bit of music, of course. 5 o'clock, dinner with me. Can't cancel that again. How does 5:30 at the end game stage sound?
What a perfect time to perform some music with Her Majesty.
Indeed, Lady Rich.
Oh, I recognize that tone. Carriage lag, Your Majesty. Well, worry not. We'll get some entertainments out here expediently. On fire, if you wish.
Oh, very well, Sir Walter. You must forgive us. We are a touch on edge at the moment. We have come to expect some strangeness this time of year when we progress to the Shire of Mount Hope, and about now is the time that such strangeness usually presenteth itself.
No, I agree, Elizabeth. I admit that my head has been on a swivel all morning to keep an eye out for fairies and goblins and ghouls.
Oh my!
Worry not, Your Majesty. As the saying goes, this is not my first time at the joust, and I have made sure that there are certain spiritual protections in place for this progress. Bruce Muir, present thyself! Your Majesty, this is Bruce Muir, our Shire historian and accredited part-time exorcist.
Oh, lovely. What sort of accreditation?
Ah, my grandfather was a multi-classed barbarian necromancer, Your Majesty.
Confidence inspiring.
Master Bruce, would you please explain to all of us the Shire protections that are in place this day?
Of course, we've placed garlic at every entrance and exit of the Shire to keep out vampires. We've placed cold iron nails in all the floorboards of all the stages and shops to ward against fae, goblins, hobgoblins, selkies, and the like. And to keep out the bad, evil spirits, we've encased the entire Shire in a circle of salt, coincidentally turning us into the world's largest margarita.
So you see, Your Majesty, proper preparation prevents poor Walter from having a heart attack. Oh, God, what is that?
No, I prepare for everything. No, hold on a second. See that? Skeleton! Who's Scary Boo, everyone? Happy Halloween! Oh, Rip. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for this meddling sculpspin.
We are relieved. Thank you, Bruce.
Brucey do we do?
So, Walter, what delightful entertainments have we this day?
Dooby-doo.
Of course, Your Majesty. My good people, put your hands together for the height of intellect here upon Mount Hope. It's the Mud Squad!
Lords and ladies, we are the Mud Squad! I am Uzi Von Winkle.
I am Ploppy and Nerd Squatter!
And I am Snarfy! Bill Murphy, Banana Fan, Faux Murphy, me, my Mo Murphy! The third. And together, we provide danger, excitement,
And raw sexiness! Bam, bam!
You might want to have that checked. Your Majesty, in honor of your visit here this day, and in honor of all these good people, we will be presenting three new shows, not new, they're old, never mind. 3 shows at our
our brand new mud pit, however.
Yes, our brand spanking new. Yeah. Our first show is at noon's crack.
That's the crack of noon, Floppy.
Our first show is at noon's crack. We will be presenting a show about an emo kid before the invention of Hot Topic. We give you Hamlet.
Yes.
And then, at 1 of the 30, we will present to you a tale of adventure that would make Charlton Heston proud. Mud Pit of the Ape.
Yes. And then at 4 o'clock, we will have a repeat command performance of Hamlet, but this time with a casting change, added special features, and a DVD commentary. And Your Majesty, in honor of Halloween days and spooky nights here at the festival, we thought we would share with all of you what we are going to go as Halloween costumes.
Yes.
I'm going to start off. I shall be a spooky ghost.
Wait a minute.
What?
What's with all the holes?
I had trouble with the scissors.
Fair enough.
And I, Your Majesty, am going to be Medusa. That's right. I'm going to make all the men hard. As a stone.
And Your Majesty, this year I have decided to go as a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Shall I play us out?
Your Majesty, that does remind me. The last time I progressed in the Shire of Mount Hope. It does, because I put together my own band of little theatrical performers that caused me no small amount of strife.
Oh, I remember them. That silly little glove maker and his band of rude mechanicals putting on original theatrical productions. Yeah, he was no Shakespeare, but he was good.
Pickering!
Huh?
That was Shakespeare!
That was Shakespeare?
I know.
Good God, he ain't aged well.
Well, to speak truly, we ourselves have often felt that, had God not elected to make us the sovereign upon the world stage, we might have liked to have placed us on the stage more humble. How now, Elizabeth? Our queen has lost a secret desire to be an actress? I like this. We freely admit it, though of course it would be improper in the extreme for us to act upon our desire to, well, act.
And what, Your Majesty, what a delightful scandal that would be.
Well, should we wish to view this theatrical venture, when would we be able to do so?
Of course, Your Majesty. Anyone wishing to view Disaster Piece Theatre this day may find us at our new venue at the Endgame stage at 2 o'clock. We are doing matinees now.
Pickering, add it to the schedule.
I indeed. 2 o'clock, you are viewing Disaster Piece.
There's just so many things to see this day, so many things to do. There's so much talent, it would be impossible to pick a favorite.
What a brilliant idea!
Stupid. Wait, what is?
Picking a favorite! What if we were to hold an exhibition of sorts so that Her Majesty could choose her most favorite performer? Each would bring forth their most daring and delightful bits of amusement, and then Her Majesty would choose her favorite.
I love this idea. We shall call it Variety Royale. And not only will the acts be competing to become Her Majesty's favorite, but they shall also be competing for a bag of food large enough to feed them and their family for a whole week.
Ooh, brilliant. Because we do know that the best way to motivate performers is with food.
This idea pleases me much. Tell the performers to assemble at the chessboard at 4 o'clock. And all of our goodly subjects should join us there and then as well.
Noted.
Well, we are a queen of the people after all, and our opinion may be swayed by their enthusiasm.
I bet 5 gold crowns on Miranda.
You're wrong.
Until then, good people, we bid you, give yourselves over fully to the delights of this day. Our past may sometimes hold regret, and our futures worry. But here, now, in this present moment, let us resolve together to devote ourselves to revelry and joy. God save you, my good people.
All rise! God save the Queen!